morning, YouTube family. I woke up this morning with something on my heart, and here's the question for you. Here, look at this. Take a look at this. Will there be a great apostasy falling away during the end times? Okay, the Bible indicates that there will be a great apostasy during the end times. The great apostasy is mentioned in Second Thessalonians 2:3. The KJV called it the falling away, while the NIV and ESV call it the rebellion. And that's what an apostasy is, a rebellion, an abandonment of the truth. Wow. The end times will include a wholesale rejection of God's revelation, a further falling away of an already fallen world. Now, if that doesn't sound like today's world, I don't know what does. The occasion of Paul's writing to the Thessalonians was to correct some of the errors concerning the end times that the believers had heard from false teachers. Among the falsehoods was that the day of the Lord had already come, 2 Thessalonians 2:2. The Christians in the Thessalonica were afraid that Jesus had already come. They had missed the rapture, and they were now in the tribulation. Paul had already explained the rapture to them in his first letter, 1 Thessalonians 4:16 through 17. Paul writes his second letter to assure them that, contrary to what they had heard and despite the persecution they were enduring, the day of Christ had not yet come. Now, I'm getting all of this from Got Questions and Biblical Answers. They are using the KJV, so that's why I'm using that. I also go to the KJV online for some of these answers. This question has been on my mind for a minute, and I wanted to know, what all this meant, right? Okay, so right now, so let's continue. It's just a lot. I know it's a rebellion, an abandonment of the truth. In 2 Thessalonians 2:3, Paul makes it clear that the day of the Lord, a time of worldwide judgment, Isaiah 13:6, Obadiah 1:15, will not transpire until two things happen. First, the falling away or great apostasy must occur. Second, the man of lawlessness must be revealed. He who is called the son of perdition, also known as the Antichrist. Once this person makes himself known, the end times will indeed have come. Numerous speculations about the identity of the man of sin beginning in the first century have included, now I'm going to butcher this, I'm so sorry, Caligula, Caius Caesar, Mohammed, Napoleon, and any number of Roman popes. None of them were the Antichrist. The man of lawlessness, according to 2 Thessalonians 2:4, is the one who will oppose and will exalt himself over everything that is called God or is worshipped, so that he sets himself up in God's temple, proclaiming himself to be God. Clearly, this hasn't happened yet. No one since Paul's time has set himself up as God in the Jewish temple. 2,000 years have passed since the epistle was written, and the day of the Lord has not yet come. Paul assures us that it will not come until the falling away comes first. My point is, are we going through a great falling away? Lots of things are happening. If you watch the news or, some very informative videos on here, it'll tell you people are changing up, religions, everything. It's getting crazy. The Greek word translated rebellion or falling away in verse 3 as apostasia, from which we get the English word apostasy. It refers to a general defection from the true God, the Bible, and the Christian faith. Every age has its defectors, but the falling away at the end times will be complete and worldwide. The whole planet will be in a rebellion against God and his Christ. Every coup requires a leader, and into this global apostasy will step the Antichrist. Okay. Jesus warns the disciples concerning the final days in Matthew 24:10-12. At that time, many will turn away from the faith and will betray and hate each other. And many false prophets will appear and deceive many people. Because of the increase of wickedness, the love of most will grow cold. These are the characteristics of the great apostasy of the end times. Now, I didn't read this little part right here. It says, we believe this takes place after the church has been raptured from the earth. Okay. It'll step the Antichrist. Okay. All right. So you just know that's what I was reading. Okay. So the reason why, do we know why the falling away is happening? Okay. Let's see. All right. Now I'm on, this is the Bible, KJV. And it says spiritual blindness. I heard this, okay? I heard this, and, I had been raised in the Baptist church, of course, and they talked about spiritual blindness. Let's see what it says, okay? 2 Corinthians 4:4, in whom the God of this world has blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Christ, who is the image of God, should shine unto them. John 9:39. And Jesus said, for judgment I'm come into this world, that they which see not might see, and that they which see might be blind. So, switched it up on them. 2 Corinthians 4:3-4. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. Wow. Matthew 15:14. Let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into a ditch. I'm going to leave it like that. You can go ahead and check out these pages. It's the King James Version Bible online. Just go ahead and, take a gander at that. Put in some key words and see what you come up with. Wow. This is amazing. This is an amazing time in our history. This is the greatest thing happening right now. And we're all going to be witnesses. I just want to share that with you. Thank you for listening. Y'all have a blessed one.